Welcome! In this video we will go through the second chapter in the Ringing Deeps campaign called Dark Revelations. In the previous video we went through the first chapter called By Candlelight. Now as always let's start with checking out the lorebook entry on this previous chapter. Unfortunately I cannot show you straight from the game, so I can't show you this lorebook entry because it's been replaced already. As you can see, there's no more lorebook entry on top of this page. So I'm gonna have to refer to warcraft.wiki. So thank you for including that. So the lorebook entry says, The Ringing Deeps. You arrived in the Ringing Deeps with Speaker Brinth to meet the machine speakers, her enigmatic subterranean kin. Outside the coreway, workers and foremen were still recovering from a Nerubian ambush, the latest in a series of catastrophes. The local leader, the High Speaker, was obsessed with restoring a Titan awakening machine that shut down millennia ago. Unable to recharge their life force, long-lived Earthed are shutting down one by one, and their loyalty is being tested. Gears are grinding. Nerubian skitterlings have sabotaged worker golems, and we found evidence of a Skardan incursion. We approached the High Speaker asking for help, but his highest priority was restoring the awakening machine. Talking to Gunnergas citizens, we learned of other problems he's neglected. After debating our options with Moira and Brinth, we decided to investigate an incursion of kobolds. So that is where the lorebook entry ends. However, the next part, well, the title of the next part and the first section of it also handles the same chapter. So I'm gonna read it out loud, even though it's not displayed in the lorebook after you completed that chapter. Cogs and Candles. A kobold regent called the Candle King has been bullying and oppressing his people. We challenged his authority by stealing his crown. We found a new home for beleaguered peaceful kobolds and formed an alliance with them. So that is where this part ends. And the next part of this same lorebook entry already handles part of the chapter that we will be going through right now. So that's kinda, well, I wouldn't call it buggy, but there's room for improvement. Anyway, now that we've gone through the lorebook entry, we can start on this chapter called Dark Revelations. So this is part, of the Ringing Deeps achievement. Alright, let's speak with Moira Thoresen.
You need a hammer? Or an open hand?
A wrench in the works. Looks like the High Speaker is addressing his workers. It seems something has finally shaken them from their complacency, and their time away from the awakening machine is affecting them. Moira pauses to brush a bit of dust off her robe. Perhaps this would be a good opportunity for everyone to hear what they have to say. We should convince a few of these machine speakers to speak up. Encourage members of the crowd to air their grievances.
Mind sometimes diplomacy means stirring the pot. Let's see what bubbles up.
Okay, 4 grievances heard. Oh, ignore that, that's not part of this chapter. However, speaking to these concerned machine speakers is...
Make it quick, we're busy.
It's been many cycles since the last time we saw him here. Discontent is increasing. Now is the time to speak up.
I see Speaker Brinth has returned. As long as she knows her place and does her job, we'll allow her to resume her work.
So yeah, I already pointed this out in the previous video that the High Speaker is present. I guess I should have mentioned that on this one as well. Anyway, next concerned machine speaker.
Outsiders detected.
Things are falling apart down here, and all he does is talk.
The number of working machinists is insufficient.
All the more reason to restore our awakening machine. The burden is mine.
Agitated machine speaker. Nothing but empty promises.
Why haven't we heard more about Taylock? We're currently investigating. You would be wise to avoid that distant destination.
And another agitated machine speaker.
Start talking.
More speeches aren't what we need.
Are we preparing for more Nerubian attacks?
Earth and above us have fought that battle, and we've recovered from our own minor raid.
No further questions. Return to your assigned duties. Praise the High Speaker.
Ridiculous. The High Speaker is doing all he can. The longer we're away from the awakening machine, the more this discontent is going to grow. Okay, so let's now return. Whoops. And that's why we need an awakening machine. Recharge the body, refocus the mind. So let's now return to Moira. On top of the stairs.
Have you heard anything I need to know?
Excellent. Now we're starting to make some progress.
We will survive. We always do.
Next we speak to Speaker Brent. The tunnels end. So we're hearing more rumors about Taylok. The town and its mine are responsible for ore production. Apparently, we haven't received shipments in weeks, and the town's foreman has disappeared. Now the High Speaker is discouraging anyone from traveling there. That tells me we should investigate. And of course, if people are hurting, then we should help them. Investigate the rumors about Taylok.
I'll speak with the council in Dornegal. They need to hear about this.
In the meantime, I want to investigate Taylok. Something about those missing shipments.
I'm coming with you, lad. Brinth, we'll be back soon.
And then everyone goes his or her own way. So Dagran rushed off already. Now Magni is shifting into second gear as well. Alright, so we just followed the waypoint from Gundergas to, well, this should be Taylok. I'm guessing, no, that's not the flight point for that. Anyway, let's fly there now. I was babbling a bit. So as soon as we get there, let's just check this out. Okay.
Intruders, the beasts inside.
Did he just shut down?
So as soon as we get here, we see an earthen that's been, well, injured by a deep flayer. I guess he won the fight, but yeah, he succumbed to his injuries.
Well, out with it.
Afterwards, beasts inside? The residents of Taylok might need our help. Help me keep an eye on Dagran. He's read a lot of stories about thrilling adventures, but he hasn't seen what we've seen. And something seems off.
Always more work to be done.
We don't go to Taylok. This troubled machine speaker was here to do something. But what? It looks like something really did some damage to him. We shouldn't dally. We need to head into Taylok and look for the foreman. Can you clear the entryway into town? Someone could get hurt. Clear the entrance to Taylok of encroaching beasts. Get a nice upgrade for that.
No rest.
Why are all these creatures here? What happened?
This isn't one of your books, lad. Watch your step.
And then they disappear. So we are to kill 6 encroaching wildlife. Just gonna fly to the center of the location. What am I going to kill first? Let's give that one a second to fly off. Alright. So that's one. I can skin them. I thought they were made of stone. Oh well. I'm gonna have to use not a shiv, throwing knife on them, I guess. Yeah. Poison knife. Come here, buddy.
I'm out of range.
Whoops, there he is again. Right, that's 3 out of 6. Oh, come on. I have no idea what that one came from.
I must get closer.
Alrighty then. One, two. I'm hoping those won't attack me.
Too far away.
Oh, good. One more. Well, oh dear. Didn't see I had a dot running. There we go. Now, next we find Magni and Dagran. So they are over here, which is the building we landed in front of.
This looks like the foreman's office. But where's the foreman?
Place looks kind of messy. Like it's been ransacked or something.
Give me something to figure out.
There's not much to see in the foreman's office. If you want answers, we'll need to search the town.
Make sure to take notes.
Ooh, 50k HP, that's nice. 5 eye levels, okay.
I'll contemplate what we talked about.
Ghost of a company town. The foreman isn't here, obviously. But evidence points to her being here recently. Perhaps she's still nearby. We should go further into town and see if anyone has any idea where she might be. Or maybe someone else can give us the answers we need. Maybe we'll find out on our own. Maybe it was some sort of attack or some kind of... Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go investigate. Use the investigate ability to find clues about what happened in Taylock.
Keep your eyes open.
Tell Magni you are ready to go. But as you can see, some dialogue has popped up as well.
I'm speaking for no one these days.
We must always remember our duty to Azeroth. Stay a while and listen. Actually, that was the wrong accent. We must always remember our duty to Azeroth.
Dagran, lad, I'm concerned about you.
What's wrong, Grandad?
Oh, it does my heart good to see you so excited about this. But I'm concerned about your safety. Oh, you've got a good eye for solving problems, lad, but not for danger. You've got a brave heart, but you're reckless. Sometimes I think you're so distracted figuring things out that you leap before you look.
I'll be careful. And Grandad, I'm also worried about you.
Me? What do you mean?
You also seem distracted. Sometimes you're angry. Like it hurts. Like it's all too much.
Aye. I've had a burden to bear for too long. I just don't want you to get hurt, lad.
That's how adventures work sometimes, Grandad. And not just in books. I tell you what. I'll learn to be more cautious. And you'll try to enjoy an adventure now and then.
Aye, lad. I'll enjoy them even more when I'm with you. It's a deal.
Right.
Look, I'm not dead yet.
I am ready to go.
Sometimes destiny whispers, sometimes she shouts.
Enter the town. Let's activate sprint. Now we ascend the stairs to the northeast.
Where are all the people? What happened to everybody?
It's nice to see that kills are faster with them around. Alright, so we are to investigate and inspect 6 clues. Now over here we can see one that's marked already, full mug.
These mugs are still full, and the drinks look fresh, but there's no one around. I think people were here recently.
Okay, so we're gonna have to take a little bit of distance from that one, because we are going to click this button, and when you are close to that mug, it will point out that mug even though we already investigated. So investigate, search for clues within 80 yards.
We should see if anyone's in there.
You found something, take a closer look. Hastily constructed blockade.
Hello? Someone there?
I doubt it. The entrance is boarded up.
So that's weird. Houses being boarded up. Alright, so I think over here we have another one. Yep. A earthen slate. This slate appears to be
Fewer workers, it would seem. Is it because the earthen are shutting down?
Shutting down? Or disappearing? Or changing? The answer lies in the clues.
Whoops, forgot about that. Oh, come on. Don't actually remember getting attacked while doing this. Peculiar. They don't have loot. What is... How do they keep coming?
I must get closer.
Okay, let's give it another go. Actually, you can't target the slate anymore. What is going on here? Okay, let's get back to that in a little bit. Okay, so let's ascend these stairs to the east. We get another discovery. Earthen slate.
That's a lot of names. Everywhere we go, we find the names of people lost.
This earthen slate reads missing, Cor Nordklek. Last seen, night shift, mine site 2. Underneath this original message are more names written in varying handwriting. The names get smaller as writers try to squeeze more names in at the bottom of the slate. So apparently there's loads of names on this slate of earthen that have gone missing. So things appear to be even worse than, well, people at Gunnergas know. Then to our south there's an earthen hammer.
A lot of tools are still here, so the workers can't all be out in the mines.
Alright, so let's check out that slate from earlier. I do hope I can still read it. This is really weird. Okay. So apparently the wildlife didn't want us to read this. This slate appears to be a solicitation for workers. Strong hands needed for additional shifts. Overtime approved to make up for recent losses of labor. Please inquire with the foreman if interested. Okay. Let's move on then.
We should see if anyone's in there.
So earlier we were at the Earth and Hammer. Now we went northeast. And we can find our final clue. Hastily constructed blockade.
Did you hear something, Granda?
It's changing. It's changing.
What was that?
It came from that building.
Sounded like another deep flyer. Let's move on. Okay, so now we move to this building. It is a barricade. Now investigate the call for help.
Enough knocking, champion! We're breaking this thing down!
It's changing. It's changing. Whoever you are, get in here.
We heard you! We're here to help! What's happening to them?
A Skardan transformation in progress. Fascinating.
Stay back, lad! Get away from him!
Granda! That surge of energy! The Skardan's reaction! How did you do that?
I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I can hear more coming.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So, it's funny, Dagon says fascinating, even though it looks pretty gruesome and painful. All he can think about is science.
Even now I'm bound to serving Azeroth.
Well, there's one question answered perhaps. Only to a north, a dozen more.
I'll press on till Azeroth is done with me.
Controlled demolition. I know we fought Skardan before, champion, but this is worse. I knew that Skardan were turning Earthen into more Skardan, but I didn't expect the crystals, the spikes, the roiling blue energy, that smell. Anyway, not what I expected at all. If we must venture out there, I'm taking down some of those abominations along the way. Kill 18 Skardan in Taylok. Yeah, abominations. That one got stuck.
Off with you.
I want to see everything.
The truth in chalk. So the people of Taylok used chalk on slates to leave messages to each other. So many clues. But what does it all mean? I'm seeing a pattern, and I think it points to the mines. If the workers haven't already been lost, I'd expect them to be in the mines. And I know the foreman is a key. She has to be. Search for messages in Taylok mine.
I need some time to think.
Alright, let's focus on that one. Yeah, why not kill this one? That one actually attacks us. Okay. And as you can see, once you kill a Skardan, you get tainted. What was their name? Tainted. Just hovered over one. Oh well. So basically, tainted fragments. Yeah. So basically, orbs of magic that well deal great damage, as you may have seen. So for this character, I'm not gonna pull too many of these Skardan at a time. Because that really hurt. Right, so this is the first slate. First slate found.
Workers of Taylock, as your foreman, I have met with the High Speaker in secret. The outcome was not what I expected. I have been altered, perhaps even chosen.
So that was Workshift 81.4, signed by Foreman Brunkrag. So that kind of sounds ominous. I have been altered, perhaps even chosen. Altered in which way?
Too far away.
Come on. Okay, those have a lot of health. Raise the void, let's interrupt that because that doesn't sound too good at all. Okay, let's fly to the next one. So the second slate found. I'm gonna focus on that objective. Okay, let's fly in.
Change is coming, workers. Hordes of Skarden stir within the Hall of Awakening. Taylock could be next. Barricade your doors, but be not afraid. We will press on.
That was Workshift 81.5. So I have no idea what these numbers stand for, but yeah, there's a chronological order in those slates.
I'm out of range.
Let's keep our interrupt ready for any tainted fragments. 1, 2, yeah, let's take this one out. Okay. Oh, I'm guessing unstable Skarden, that will be the one that drops the orbs. Spawns them. Releases them. Let's see if we can, yeah. Perfect. Yikes. So as you can see, that really hits hard. 115k, wow. Each hit. Seeing as I only have 800k HP, that really hurts. Alright, number 3, so the third slate. What was that? Okay. That is over here. Should I be showing the map more? Yeah, maybe.
Can you hear it? The ringing. The ringing. It returns. The music is eternal. The itching. I can taste the sounds. Revelation awaits.
So a little bit of text has been left out here. So Workshift 81.6, workers, the cycle has turned. My mind is sane because the water flows through the ages. Wow, that sounds pretty, I don't know, psychotic? She doesn't really sound sane at all. So she's starting to lose her mind. Seeing what we find all around this place, can assume what is that wasn't a good idea. So we can assume what is going on is related to the Skarden. I'm just gonna kill all 18 before we check out the last slate. Will be more convenient. I'll have to choose which pair I want to fight.
Too far away.
There we go. Yeah, let's take these two out now. There's an unstable one, so that's gonna be painful. Let's focus on the cursed miner first. Right. There we go. Can I... no. I was hoping that would be an area stun. Wishful thinking, I guess. Alright, and that's 7 to go. Just need a little bit of healing. Constructed Scarlet, that's a big one. Not gonna fight that. Let's see, those walk the other way.
Out of range.
Perfect. For these two, whoops, okay. Oops. Not quite sure if it matters if I get silenced or not. Let's not find out. For some reason I have issues when I hear a lot of noise and I try to speak. Okay, corrupted spell shape, there's fragments. That's not a good idea. That one is going to be using Void Bolt, I guess, so let's focus on that one first. Okay, no Void Bolt. One more. Is there another one over there? Yeah. I don't like killing more than I have to. 2, 1. Perfect. There we go. Now let's return to the 4th slate and read what it says.
The ringing will lock away deepest cavern for darkest memory. Don't, speaker. Ringing. Don't let him destroy.
Jesus, she's in a really bad shape there. Let's hope things don't respawn. Just to be sure, let's move a bit closer to where we killed the last ones. Okay.
So much to discuss.
I think I know where we need to go next.
On to adventure.
I got no counsel for you. No advice.
Maybe we've only killed a few Skardin from a much larger swarm, but we have to start somewhere. Haste to mastery, hate mastery. Let's go for this one. Oh, that's a nice upgrade again.
Keep fighting, champion.
33k HP and 6 high levels. Nice.
Did you find something?
Buried in stone. We need to go into the cave, the one mentioned near the last slate. It's not signed, but I think that's the foreman's handwriting. Actually, it was signed. And we've looked everywhere else. We have to investigate. Investigate the cave at the back of Taylock Mine. Of the Taylock Mine.
The foreman's last entry mentioned a cavern. It must be nearby.
Okay, so this is where the last slate was. Now if you just follow the waypoint to the north, slightly northeast, this is where the cave is. So it really is close.
This looks like the right place. I don't see any signs of the foreman. We need to take a closer look.
Wait. I can hear wind blowing. From beyond the stone. It must have been a controlled cave-in. Champion, help us destroy the blockage!
Right. Let's get this thing down. Nothing to say? Okay.
Speak your piece.
I knew it! I was right! There's something in here. Something someone was trying to hide. Was just thinking, I'm falling, or I'm getting some tongue twisting today. Anyway,
Oh, are you headed out?
For Azeroth.
find the foreman. Dagran was right. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by that any longer. All the signs suggest there's something in this cave. Maybe the foreman is hiding here. Maybe she can give us some answers. We've come this far. Let's see what's inside. Find the foreman. And a, well, still a nice upgrade. As a reward.
When the world is healed, may some healing be spent on me.
Foreman confronted.
Is that the foreman? You were right, lad.
Jesus.
Come on, we can't let that thing out of this cave.
How the hell did she change into that? It's a huge elemental, well, being. So that's Cole Bruncrag, foreman of Taylock.
In action!
Let's drop that. You want to avoid getting in the swirly of cave-in.
We were too late. How many times have I been too late?
Wait, Granda. Look in the water. I think that's a memory gem.
So in the water, that's just below the platform. And apparently a memory gem fell down after we, well, took care of the foreman, I guess.
Speak up.
That was her, the foreman. It had to be. After all that, she was already gone.
Always more work to be done.
What she saw? What is that? That thing the Scarden dropped before it died. I think I've seen something like that before. Investigate the gem left by the Scarden.
On to adventure.
Gem examined.
That gem must contain the foreman's memories.
You speak the truth? Your artifact will repair the awakening machine?
It will perfect the machine. Your struggle, your suffering will be at an end. All will awaken because of you.
Because of me?
Your people will be restored, reborn, improved, and they will laud you as their savior.
Yes, yes. All Earthen will awaken.
So yeah, we already well, when we read the slates, we already got a notion that the High Speaker was involved because he had altered the foreman, and well, we saw the result of that altering on the cliff just above us, on the ledge. Now we well, got confirmation of our suspicions that the High Speaker was indeed responsible for the Earthen turning into Skardin, and Zelatath, that witch, manipulated the High Speaker into doing so, corrupting them. And I think that, well, rectangle-shaped thing was the awakening machine. I'm not sure. We could target it, but it didn't have any tooltip. Anyway.
Another puzzle to solve?
Oh, this is bad, isn't it? The foreman witnessed this conspiracy at the Hall of Awakening. Then she traveled back to Taylok with her memory gem. She tried to warn the others, but she was infected, and her transformation was swift. She sealed herself in this cave, but her corruption still spread. And the High Speaker knew what would happen. The High Speaker is behind all of this. We've got to warn Brinth. We've got to warn the world.
Keep your eyes open.
Yay, level up.
Well, out with it.
The High Speaker's secret. We've got what we came for. We need to return to Gundergas. Brinth has to know what happened here. We'll go on ahead. Meet us in Gundergas. Return to Brinth in Gundergas. And as you can see, I will get 125 resonance crystals, but normally you would be getting 2.5k reputation in, what was it called? The Assembly of the Deeps. So that is when you go through this chapter for the first time. Any other playthroughs, you get a different reward.
Zelatath gave the High Speaker the means to restart the machine, and it's creating Skardin.
We have to tell Brinth. Hurry!
Okay, let's quickly run out of the cave. While they stay here. We mount up, and we follow the waypoint all the way to Gundergas again. Ouch. Okay, so this is the entrance to Taylok. Next we fly 1.5k yards to the northwest. And here we are again. And over in her house we find Speaker Brinth.
I attend to the archive.
Okay, let me just point something out here. So we have not completed the chapter called Dark Revelations yet.
Directive.
Thank you for looking into the mystery plaguing Taylok. What did you find?
Task resumed.
And we do not get mention of a chapter complete, but we have completed a chapter called Dark Revelations. For some reason, well, that little window that says either achievement progress or chapter completed or something went missing for some reason. Okay, now that we have completed this chapter, let's well, basically summarize what we did. So we started the chapter with an overview over the ongoing protests. The machine speakers were growing more displeased with the High Speaker and wanted to speak their minds. We encouraged them to speak up so that perhaps the High Speaker would finally listen to them and take care of the ongoing problems. Unfortunately, he once again seemed to be less than useful and only focused on the awakening machine. Some Earthens shared their concerns about Taylok. In the previous chapter we were informed that something is going on at Taylok, because ore shipments had stopped and the town's foreman had disappeared. Since it was now brought up again, and since the High Speaker discouraged people from going to Taylok, Speaker Brinth figured we should investigate what is going on. We set out to investigate with Dagran and Magni, while Moira would inform the council at Dornagal. When we arrived at Taylok, we found an earthen that was on the verge of shutting down after fighting a deep flayer. Magni had a gut feeling that something was going on and suggested we investigate. After clearing the area of wildlife, we met at the foreman's office, which appears to have been, well, left behind as in a rush or something, I don't know, or it looks kind of ransacked. Dagran points out that she must have been in her office recently and suggested we investigate the rest of the town for further clues. The town seemed to have been deserted in a moment's notice. Tools were left behind, drinks were filled but untouched, and furthermore, there was a list of people that had gone missing without a trace, and houses were boarded up. Finally, we heard growling coming out of one of the houses, followed by an unknown voice muttering about something changing. When we tried breaking into the house, we stumbled upon an earthen transforming into a Skarden. After the process was done, it attacked Dagran, after which Magni rushed to his aid. Magni somehow expelled what looked like, well, energy tied to Azerite or something? Or Azeroth, I'm not sure. But that scared off the Skarden. However, it turns out that all the earthen from Talok had been transformed and had shown up outside of the house, so in the little town. Dagran pointed out that the earthen here seemed to communicate by using chalk on the slates we saw earlier. He suggested we head to the mines to see if there are any survivors, as well as the foreman over there. Magni revealed that we fought Skarden before, and that they can turn earthen into more Skarden. So I think I mentioned that on one of the previous videos that, well, the game kind of suggested that we run into Skarden before, but I don't have any recollection of that, so either I forgot or I never played that particular content. Anyway, Magni was horrified by the transformation we witnessed and suggested we took out as many Skarden as possible on the way to the mines. So from the slates we learned that the foreman met with the High Speaker and that she had been somehow altered. Seeing so many earthen transformed into Skarden, we could only assume the worst, that the High Speaker was responsible for these transformations. However, she did not realize it at that point and suggested to the citizens of Talok to barricade their doors to keep the Skarden out. As she was losing her mind, she realized what was happening, and during a sane moment, she locked herself into the mines with a controlled cave-in to save the rest of the earthen. We then went to this cave, cleared the piled up boulders, and found how the foreman had transformed into a massive elemental somehow. We took it out so that it would not make its way out of the cave, and to put her soul to rest, I guess. After which Dagran pointed out that the foreman's memory gem fell into the pool below. In, I think it was the second chapter of the Isle of Dorn campaign, we were given a device to actually witness, I think, the last moments that an earthen experienced. We were given this device by Speaker Brinth, and she said that we could keep it because it would come in, well, it might come in useful later on. So I think that's how we actually saw what the foreman experienced. So we interacted with the memory gem, and we saw how Xalatath tricked the High Speaker into letting her corrupt the awakening machine under the guise of fixing and improving it. We finally made our way back to Gunnergas and reported to Speaker Brinth on how the High Speaker is behind the entire corruption of the earthen from Talok. Okay, so in the next video we will start the third and final chapter of the Ringing Deeps campaign called The Monster and the Machine. Until then, I would like to thank you for watching, and I hope you will check out this next video as well. See ya!